Welcome to the Dawg and Gus show.
Hey, what's up, Dog?
Hey, Gus. Not too much. We got another exciting guest to talk to today.
Yes, we're speaking with Tobin Jay, known him as the Pug Ugly Mugs, which is a great name. I love that name.
It's awesome.
How are you today, Tobin?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
A little bit on the hot side today, but we're dealing.
Yeah, it is warm out.
Very warm.
Slightly.
Yep.
I don't like the weather like this. Do you?
If I don't have anything to do. If I can just lie around all day, it's fine. But if I have anywhere to go or any errands to do, no.
Forget about it. Like, come to do a podcast or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they got it worse over in England because I've been talking to the guys at Feel It Radio, and they're sweltering over there, man.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the Pug Ugly Mugs, where'd that name come from?
Well, it's kind of silly. I like being a silly individual. I kind of wanted to find a clever way of relating to the audience that I'm going for, which, is kind of the not mainstream, super poppy club kind of thing, but the people who are more unique. And
nice.
The whole idea of being pug ugly is, like something that's its own thing that is kind of cute,
Yeah.
Because pugs are cute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the breathing thing drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a thing, but still, we get it.
No, I'm just kidding. That's a cool name. I actually love it. Like we were talking about it before you got here, and it was an interesting handle for sure.
I find
go follow him on Instagram, by the way. He's got a great Instagram.
Absolutely
page.
does. I find I'm doing that lately too, just looking at some of the band names and just giving it a chuckle. Say, we got to talk to these guys, and we got to talk to this guy.
Yeah,
we need to know.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
All right, so like with your thing that you're doing here with your short stories, do you have a wish list of musicians that you want to work with? Because I know that you want to do it like one story, one set of musicians. Is that what you were looking for?
Well, so it's the release that I'm working on now it's the whole song is based on one short story.
Okay.
So it's like one chapter for one song.
Right.
And as far as wish lists, I guess I don't have any specific people in mind, but what I'm into is people who are confident in their own kind of sound and, bringing out their personality into the song to kind of, mix up the styles.
I get it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And maybe can you elaborate a bit on what you mean by what you're doing with the stories? Because it's kind of an interesting subject. Oh,
yeah, sure. So I write short, weird fiction stories, and that's kind of what I base my songs on.
Okay.
So the EP has just like kind of piecemeal sort of thing. It's not really a contiguous collection, but the one that I'm working on now called Winter Group River, it's the second part of a story that kind of follows the same character through both stories, and the idea is like the setting keeps changing, and it's like kind of investigating the concepts of reality and what that means to different people, sort of thing.
Okay, so every chapter he's in a different setting?
It's not quite like that. It's there's just a few settings that happen through the progression of the story. It's not like one chapter, one setting sort of thing.
Okay.
But,
Because I thought like if you're going to change your musicians and stuff, because the sound will change with each story, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's kind of like what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Is that the vision? Yeah. That's pretty cool though, man. And I think that you're open to having different types of musicians come in and sort of add to the story, right? Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing,
it's just getting the different feels kind of all mixed in together, because my idea of art is, collaboration rather than just one, this is how it's going to be and everybody has to do this. That's not really what I'm into. I'm into everybody bringing their own flavor.
Which usually equals a fantastic product, right? Like that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, that's all of my favorite stuff works like that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, if you can bring in like a bass player, a drummer, I'm not sure what instruments you're looking for, but if these guys are all just like, awesome
thrash metal,
all awesome in their own right, it's going to turn out to be something quite spectacular, I think.
Yeah, that's the goal anyway.
Excellent.
I think it will, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I have we kind of do different questions, but so if you were to say, who would you like to work with if there was a dream collaboration, like if you could just add somebody to the story that one of your stories, who would it be, alive or dead?
Oh, so like anybody.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a really, really big question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're here for the big questions.
That's right.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess first and foremost would be Hansi from Blind Guardian. Crazy vocalist, like in my opinion, the best vocalist. So being able to collaborate with him would be awesome. And also the whole thing, they're very, story driven and fantasy based and that sort of thing. So
Oh, cool. Okay.
kind of
Hansi.
yeah.
Nice.
I wrote it down because I'm going to check out who they are because I have no idea.
Very good stuff.
Well, he's big in the metal community.
Thank you. Yeah.
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 Wow.
That really helps me out a lot.
Well, I'm trying to explain
I'm just saying.
it to you.
I just wrote down Blind Guardian, and after we're done here, I'm going to listen to some of it.
Yeah.
You know how I do it.
If you're having a day and you put something like that on, you'll be
Having a great day.
You'll be just fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. My neighbors, not so much.
No.
They're not home. So
Headphones should be on.
Oh, is that right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's give it a show.
Just depends on how you feel, I guess.
All right. Now, do you I know you're going to bring in artists to help you out with the new album, but on the stuff that you've already done, did you play all the instruments on that?
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. The in the EP at that point, I hadn't quite gotten into drums yet, so it was done with samples.
Okay.
Just prearranged sort of thing. But for the full length, I have like the skeleton, so like the bass, the guitars, the drums, all that stuff done.
Okay.
And then, once I find the right musician for the project, then it'll start getting a little more
Nice. Yeah.
involved.
Are you going to do that all in your new studio you're putting together?
Yeah. That's the goal.
Are you? So what kind of studio are you kind of building? Something around this size, or?
Yeah. It's just in my living room. It's like I use my TV for the screen sort of thing.
Cool.
So just,
And so you play guitar, you play bass, you play the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I play harmonica, tin whistle, ocarina, lots of wind-based instruments.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so stop there because I have no idea what an ocarina is. So
It's like a kind of looks like a potato.
okay.
You hold it, it's like a flute sort of thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
That sounds so cool. I want
right.
an ocarina.
You also want what's a so and so going to make for you too?
Ukulele.
A ukulele.
Yeah, I play the ukulele as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, string instrument. I would imagine you'd be good with that.
Yeah,
Nice.
Do you play like clarinet? What did you start with as a kid?
probably voice. But then in high school, I did a bit of flute, a little bit of trumpet, a little bit of clarinet, a little bit of alto sax. I like getting my hands on new things and figuring out how they work.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's very
you
cool.
probably have some good lungs too, because those are all, blowing into something basically.
I'd say the weirdest instrument that I play is the theremin.
Theremin. We know what that is. Or I do.
I don't.
I do.
What is it?
Tell them what a theremin is.
Picture like 60s and 70s sci-fi. So like the Doctor Who theme.
Yeah.
The original Star Trek.
Oh, fuck. That'd be a cool sound.
Sheldon played it in The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one he was doing the Star Trek theme.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Super hard to play.
Is it?
It's so hard.
I'm going to grab one. I'm like, yeah, that's. I'll just stick to my little guitar over there.
Your wife won't like all this stuff you're bringing into the house. Honey, we don't need room for the kids. We just need a room for all my musical instruments I'm going to get.
It's part of growing. You get a bigger house.
Instrument room.
Gives you drive.
Do you know a realtor?
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to steal one of Dog's questions. Did you do the artwork on your T-shirt?
I did not. I have a few different pieces commissioned. The one on the shirt that I'm wearing now, as well as the Pug Ugly Mugs logo that was done by one artist, Prees Paints.
Okay.
And then I have another, like my wizard guy. That's going to be the cover for the next short story, The Veils. That was done by Kat. And I have a new piece being done by Vandy. And I really like how that one's coming out. That's going to be for the Winter Group River. It's conceptual. It's at layers. It's really cool.
Very cool. I love that.
We're all about the T-shirts. So
T-shirts, yeah, you'll have to set us up with one.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Especially with the Wizards. I love Wizards.
yeah, I'm thinking the Wizard
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
but I like the Pug Ugly one too. That's a pretty cool.
Yeah,
shirt.
very cool logo for sure. Very interesting.
Now on your Instagram page, it says musician, author, and producer. Have you produced anyone besides yourself?
So I actually just went to school for it. So this is my first kind of project that I'm doing to get, the whole feel for it.
Right.
I worked with a few artists while I was going to school, but nothing that I would really consider,
Okay.
a piece for market. But,
Right. Okay. But you're getting your feet wet and learning how the whole thing works.
Yeah. And it's weird because when I started it, I had the plan that it was going to be like an indie band kind of feel, like more of the EP.
Right.
But now that I've been working with it and, like learning about VSTs and all of that sort of thing and synths, I'm getting a little bit more out there.
Nice.
It's gonna be in like a 3 LP conceptual album.
Well, it's obvious
The
that
Wall.
it's obvious that he's, very intelligent when it comes to music because he has such a a big spectrum of different things that he can play, and also his visions are very artistic, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know it was off topic there, but so what's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? Just like in general
Yep.
in life?
It can be anything in life.
Anything
Yep.
you want, or in music, or whatever.
People who think that they are infallibly right and can't think that they're wrong.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's very good. Yeah.
I don't like that either.
No, it's tough. Your pet.
How do you
peeve.
learn if you think everything's
Come
your
on,
own?
man. You can't be right with everything.
I mean, I am, but
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm kidding.
Because you can't argue with them.
You can argue,
You
but
can. You're not going to win. But
no, you won't win. No, you'll probably win. I'm not in a bad way. I'll just show you a different way. I'm not this guy. I'm not his pet peeve. That's for sure.
I'll just explain. I'll take the time to explain to you why you're wrong.
Yes.
Yes. Thank
But
you.
in a very soft way.
Yeah, you're going to be very gentle when you tell us that we're
Gently tell you you're wrong.
that you're stupid.
No, I would never say you're stupid.
No, you won't say stupid, but you'll say that you're wrong. Okay, so back to Tobin now.
Jeez. Who's here? Oh, sorry about that, Tobin.
Tobin's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some. We're seeing somebody about our issues.
Yeah. You think we were married?
Well, we're business partners.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, like, we always ask people, what do you think about using social media to get your message out there? And obviously, you're using it to the utmost, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a handy tool to get out there to connect with other people and to get your music in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cut and dry as that. It's not as easy as just like, oh, this is what I do and it works.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of have to try different things and so it's still a learning process. I still got a long way to go before I'm super.
So do we. Like, we're learning every day about this whole production thing.
We are.
Oh, okay, I am. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, we definitely are. It's great, and learning something new is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people don't ever learn anything new.
It can be very intimidating.
Are you intimidated?
Yeah, sometimes.
No,
Some of the new apps that you throw at me and stuff. I'm like, oh god, I gotta learn this one.
Yeah. Well, Tobin's all he's.
Oh yeah, but Tobin's a smart guy. I'm not very bright.
You said it.
I did.
What's the most important lesson you've learned so far in your career?
To try and not take myself too seriously. Try not to worry about what anybody else thinks other than myself, because really the music I'm making is for me.
And once you do that, it's all better.
It's going to be fine.
Then
Yeah.
the
It'll
right
be
people are
awesome.
going to like it, right?
Exactly.
Well, even you asked like who's going to listen, and it's like who cares? Like you know, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we do this for us because we're music lovers, and we appreciate. And like, I even get to the point where I'm just like I'm amazed by individuals who can play instruments because I can't. I've never tried, but I don't think that I ever, would.
What was
Theremin. I'm going to learn the theremin.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like a.
I couldn't even remember the name of it already. Theremin.
Yeah, so that's an awesome way to think, and you know what? It'll get you places if you just don't stop to think about what other people think.
It's not, again, it's not like a cut and dry flip a switch and it's fixed. It's
No,
you got to work at it.
Yeah.
It takes time.
exactly.
For sure. And it's funny. There's a saying. It's like like basically goes how people. The more you think people are thinking about you, the less they actually are.
Yeah.
You know,
We've had this discussion before.
yeah. So I'm glad you're working on that because it's something that we should be all working on. Really.
Yep. And just being less critical. Like, you tell us your story, and we're not like, whatever, dude. That sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You know what I mean? It's just,
very unique.
no. It's
and
awesome.
cool.
It is. It is awesome and cool, and that's how people should look at it.
I agree.
Yeah. Now, you said when we were talking off mic that you used to be in a metal band. We want to hear about that.
Yeah, I was in two death metal bands, Death Row 6 and Themin.
Okay.
Death Row 6 had a little bit more thrash elements.
Okay.
Themin's a little more old school.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun, going around playing a lot of extreme metal.
Nice. Were these local bands?
Yeah.
Are they still around, or are they just defunct now?
Well, actually, not too long ago, we lost the guitarist of Death Row 6, actually. He had a heart attack, Stefan Freikar. Yeah, it was really not a great feeling, to lose somebody that you spent that much time with. And
Absolutely.
built such
Of course.
Yeah.
such
Yeah.
a relationship.
It's never easy to lose anybody you care about.
Nope, not at all. Wow.
That seems like a cool experience, and at least you had that with him or her. Is it him or her?
Him.
Yeah.
And you grow from that, right?
Yeah.
Now, what did you play?
Vocals.
Oh, really?
Made
Nice.
The scary noises.
Sorry, I
Something
get
like
excited.
James gets excited about that. Yeah, because we had mentioned Sunday Riot Club. I went to see them over at Le Minotaur over in Hull, and there was 5 bands playing that night, and they were the second band. And I'm really sorry I don't remember the names of the other band, but the first band was more of a, I don't want to say screamo, but the vocalist was very aggressive and stuff, and they were awesome. Like, the band was so tight; it was so much fun to watch. And then the guys came on, and they were
Best
just
drummers in the world.
Yeah,
Best drummers in the
they're
world.
so good, man. It was
For
just
me,
so
I
much fun.
find the best drummers in the world are in death metal, and like cause just to hold how fast they're going. And
Seriously,
stuff.
I get tired watching the drummers.
I'd be interested to hear Tobin's take on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the drummers are, like you said, just absolutely nuts. Like, there's one guy from a band called Nile, George Calais. If you get a chance to look at him on YouTube.
Well, Nile's a very popular death metal band. Eh?
Yeah, they're one of the better known ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for
but
sure.
still good. Really,
They're really
amazing.
good, yeah.
See, this is a genre I don't know much about.
No, Nile's like you'll like them. Like, they're actually musically.
But I just find,
fantastic,
like,
too.
I have a friend that I work with, and he's into this. He's into, like, the European bands as well, right? Like, all of them. And he'll just put one on, and I'll be like, okay, that's interesting. And I'm listening to the musician part. Like, I can't really understand what they're saying. But I'm like, oh, my God. And the drum, and it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't, you know me, I if I find a new genre, I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, you don't have any hate against any music,
No,
really.
not at all.
Nice.
What about Rammstein? You like them?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, they're not death metal.
Not death metal, no.
Oh.
but,
What would the genre be for them? Just metal, I guess.
yeah, I really
They
don't
would be
even...
they would be tech metal, because they got a little bit of tech in their
Yeah.
techno in their stuff. We're going to see them next month. That's probably why I was
awesome.
asking.
Yeah, in Montreal.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
fun.
we're pretty stoked about it, actually.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like they're going to.
I know I don't look like a guy that would be into that kind of stuff, but I am.
They put on massive shows.
Yes, yeah. It's almost theatrical, right? Like the way
Super
that they go.
theatrical,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny because we're going to go. I look like a guy that should be there. He's going to be the guy that's going to enjoy it more.
Nice.
I'm gonna wear like khakis and a golf shirt.
and put on a pair of glasses and just walk like you look like a.
No, I've got my shirt picked out.
Oh, do you? He's already got his stuff picked out.
Don't worry, I'm gonna look great. And maybe put some eye color around my eyes and stuff.
We have to call Uncle Bob.
Well, Uncle Bob is. I don't know if he's gonna be. If he's around, we should go check out what he's got.
Or online, at least.
Well, he's probably got a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
You know who Uncle Bob is? He's Fab 64. He used to run a store here in Ottawa in Hintonburg.
I don't think so.
But he has all kinds of cool like skull like shirts and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, and vintage rock and roll T-shirts and stuff.
he's
It's awesome.
He's an old musician
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
What's the best compliment you've ever gotten?
You're weird.
I love it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being weird, brother.
No, sir. I love
Theremin.
it. Theremin.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Now he's gonna go and buy one. You know that, right?
No, they're probably expensive.
I don't know.
You can't just get them at any music store. There's only a few people that make them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they're expensive.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have Tobin back in another time. He can play it for us.
That'd be fucking cool.
Would that be awesome?
Yeah, just in the background, we'll be interviewing some. Like we'll be doing one of our discussions, and he's just like, woo woo. Sorry,
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, we keep going off track here, bro.
It's our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Touche.
May I
What?
ask him a question? I want to read.
Which one?
I don't know.
Well, you have your own questions right in front of
No,
you.
they're all done.
You better get it together, man.
I'm never going to get it together. No, I have to find a funny one though. All right, I'm going to ask him early. It's early, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Okay.
Now we ask this to everybody, Tobin, and don't think you're going to insult me by saying the wrong thing, but you probably will. You may not even like either genre, but it's just like we always ask people, do you like the 80s or 90s music? If you had to go to
80s.
There you have it.
I'm liking Tobin a lot right now.
Yeah, but you know what? You know why? Tell him why.
For me?
Yeah.
Just everything about it was a little bit like, it was more like the band feel. It was more artists doing what they're doing. The 90s kind of started moving more towards the mass-produced kind of overproduced studio stuff.
Ooh. Is that what you thought he was going to say?
No, I thought it was because of the metal bands that came out in the 80s.
I tried really hard not to say that.
You can say that, man. It doesn't matter why you like the 80s or
80s,
what genre
90s.
you like.
Because the best metal bands came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
A lot of really, really, really good ones, that's for sure,
Yeah. The reason that's why I asked. See, I'm a 90s guy, but I also I'm kind of all over the place, but I like hip-hop too, and the best hip-hop ever was in the 90s. So different genre, but I don't know.
We just tease because I like the 90s as well. I'm gaining an appreciation for some of the stuff like the grunge now because I didn't really listen to it when it was coming out. I just I don't know why.
Although that's some of the, like he's talking about, this mass-produced, some of them are.
Yeah,
but they're musically, they're very good.
But every genre is like that, though.
Yeah,
I find a lot of like country music in the 90s.
Yeah,
I can't tell it apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't tell it apart. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but the 80s I lived through, so I really enjoy it for the uniqueness of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Want a weird question?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I don't know, probably burritos.
Theremin.
Theremin, yeah.
Burritos.
Theremin for breakfast.
Oh, burritos are nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice
a good call.
choice. I like
Good
that.
call, burrito. Now, if we were to walk into your house, to Tobin's house, and we're going through your record collection, what would make us have a chuckle? Like, we know that you like metal, and we know you like, whatever that you're liking, but say if we walk in and we find a Celine Dion album or something, what would we find that would make us kind of go,
ABBA.
nice?
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I like it.
I'm impressed.
That's awesome. We usually stump people with that question. They're like,
He was all over it.
yeah, he was real quick.
And now a word from our sponsor. We are currently recording Dawg and Gus in the podcast booth at Staples Studio, Ottawa, on 403 Bank Street, where they have everything to help your business work, learn, and grow. They are currently offering a clean and safe place to work with desks, offices, and drop-in memberships. More than a co-working space, Studio is a community to help you work, learn, and grow. For more information on pricing, please visit studio.stables.ca or contact the community manager at studio.ottawa@staples.ca. Hey, Doug, want some hot sauce for your tacos?
You brought your own hot sauce?
Damn right. Have you tried Gringo's Sizzling Nirvana? It'll change your life.
Nice. Are there other types of sauces?
Absolutely. There's different hot sauces for different palates, incredible barbecue sauces, red pepper jam, and salsa. All of them use fresh ingredients, and it can be delivered to your door.
Hey, how do we get some?
Go to www.gringosblazingsauces.com and order some.
Gringo's Blazing Sauces.
Bring the fire to your food.
Now, have you done performing in other cities?
Yep.
Have you gone on? What's your favorite city besides Ottawa to play?
Montreal is always good. Quebec City was a lot of fun.
Right.
I would say probably Montreal.
Okay. Cool. A lot of good clubs in Montreal to play because the boys from the other bands I was talking to love Montreal.
Yeah, and plus the genre is big there too.
Yeah. I think they have more of an appreciation. Ottawa's a little tougher sell for the heavier stuff.
Yeah, it's a very like you were mentioning earlier, tight knit kind of group of people.
Yeah, and I find that Ottawa's just not as accepting of as a
Well, there's definitely a following here. It's just that we're more buttoned up.
Yeah.
Whereas, in Montreal, like Rammstein wouldn't go to Ottawa. They'd go to Montreal.
No, because they know.
Toronto even.
They know,
But
right?
Montreal even more so than Toronto.
Yeah. Agreed.
What's your favorite death metal song?
Oh, that's a really tricky one. There are so many good ones out there.
Like if there was something that you just put on,
Let's say it's a bit of an older one. Elder Misanthropy by the Black Dahlia Murder.
I know that one.
No, you don't.
I do, actually. The
Come
Black
on,
Dahlia?
really?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sing it.
I can't sing it. I know of. Don't do that to me. That's not very nice.
Yeah, but made Tobin laugh.
Yeah, it sure did. Thanks, guys. Now, Tobin, when you're writing your short stories, what's your process? Do you just say, okay, I'm going to sit down and write, or do you just get there's an epiphany, oh my God, that's such a great idea, and then do you sit down and write it, or do you book the time? Because we were talking to somebody yesterday who said that she needed to be pressured to get stuff done.
It's a little bit of both for me.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll just be, sitting there doing whatever, or walking, and I'll be like, hey, there's an idea. So I'll make a little note of it in like a note app on my phone.
Right.
Then I'll kind of, think about it a little bit over, one of my go-to kind of methods is thinking about the story before bed.
Right.
So that kind of I don't know, it adds a little bit of that dream quality, I guess.
Nice. Now, do you ever do you have a friend that you say, hey, Bill, what do you think about this? And I kind of go, that's sick. Do you bounce it off of people as well, or do you just keep it to yourself?
I usually keep it to myself until it's ready to be beta read.
Okay.
And then I'll ask, a few friends to go
Right.
over it.
Keep a little notepad next to your bed just in case you wake up and have a thought.
Yeah, well, I use the notepad on my phone.
Your phone,
yeah.
sorry, yeah.
Same thing.
I would use a notepad.
Yeah, we know, but not today.
Apparently not.
I've got chicken scratch. I wouldn't even be able to read my own writing.
Yeah, fair enough. It's like Keith Richards when he woke up in the middle of the night and wrote down something for sympathy of the devil, but he couldn't read what he wrote for multiple reasons. First of all, he was probably on heroin, and then number two, he just sort of woke up.
This is funny.
Yeah, he's run sympathy.
Well, I recognize
Very
what
good.
sympathy, but what's after that? I don't know. Sleep.
Hi. Excuse me. What's the shittiest job you ever had?
Door-to-door sales,
Oh, I had
Of
that
what?
one too, bro.
property maintenance.
Oh, really? Okay, so I did knives.
Oil changes.
Really?
Oh, it was fucking awful.
Yeah, it was horrible. But you're a sales guy, though, so
I did well. I just didn't like it.
no, I hated it. I didn't do well.
Hey guys, you want to buy some oil changes? I don't have a car, man.
I did knives, and they were actually a pretty good set of knives, but I hated it.
Can I see one of those knives?
I have them at home.
I know, but the guy at the door.
Yeah. Can I see one of those? No, you may
Can
not.
I see one of your knives?
Nope.
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm out of here.
Yeah, bye-bye. We asked this one just for fun, and it's interesting the responses we get. What's your most useless talent?
Most useless talent. Juggling?
It's not useless. That's awesome.
Wow.
That doesn't.
I should have suspected that.
With the theremin.
No, he's just he's got some intricate things that he does, and that would be one.
He juggles 17 different instruments, so I guess juggling
that's
wouldn't be
very
that
true.
far
Yeah,
off, right?
Yeah, guy's you're a phenom.
Yep.
You should juggle while you're playing the theremin and singing,
Wow.
or writing a story at the same time.
Juggle drumsticks, bounce them off a kit.
Nice.
I see that. That's pretty cool.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
What was your favorite subject in school? Or did you even like school? Wasn't your favorite spot?
No, probably music
Yeah.
when it was there.
Yeah. They don't really have music anymore, eh?
Yeah, no,
It's
it
terrible.
didn't continue on. I think it stopped for me in grade 9 or grade 10, and then you could only do it as an after-school curriculum sort of thing.
So stupid.
Yeah.
You take away the creative arts, I just never understood that.
Well, I mean, Canterbury High School has a...
Well, you have to be a special...
Yeah, that's the thing,
You have
right?
to be accepted there almost.
And you do, and that's wrong. It should be open for...
well, no, you need an art school.
I know, but we need an art school. We also need an introduction, right? we need to have a course at in the high school level to say, hey, are you interested in this? Because people be like, hey, maybe I am.
Yeah, but that's the problem with the curriculum is it's not built for everybody. They just sort of have like a cookie cutter way of doing it. We could go off on this for a little bit if you want.
Nope, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I could.
Fuck the school system, man.
Stop it. I work in the school system.
I know, but fuck it. Excuse my language.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Let's we talked a little bit about the 80s and your death metal and stuff. What's a genre that you really don't care for? We're not going to say hate, but you just don't care for it.
Don't care for new country.
Fair enough.
You like old country?
Yeah, it definitely has its place.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite old country artist?
Consider Johnny Cash country.
Yep.
Oh, do we ever?
Oh, we do. We
That's
do.
outlaw
for sure.
country, baby.
Yeah.
We actually talked about that.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
But all those guys: Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, all those dudes.
I agree with you on the new country. I really do.
Though
we saw.
Well, Eric Church, we saw.
Eric Church
he's
was
kind of
awesome.
like he's kind of like That's
There's a few guys that kind of go down another road where the main guys are just going down the one highway, and these guys kind of go off on their own branch.
Yeah.
And they're actually really good. And good call.
Tobin doesn't care.
Yeah, I know, but what do you mean he doesn't care?
Just kidding, man.
Wow.
He doesn't.
It's gonna be a long drive to Montreal to Toronto tomorrow with you, isn't it?
No, he'll probably be asleep.
I probably will, so I don't have to talk to you.
What's your favorite color?
We're reaching.
We're not reaching. It's just a random question.
Purple.
Nice.
Yeah, dark purple. A little darker than that. But.
This used to be darker.
Prince,
nice.
It is the color of royalty, by the way.
It's all
Purple.
Yes, I know that. Thank you.
Well, what are you getting at?
I'm not getting at anything. Why are you staring me down, bitch?
I don't know. Get Tobin going here.
Dogs or cats?
He's loving it. No, I'm just kidding.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Like the way I asked that. Quick.
I know, but we got to elaborate.
I
like dogs too, but
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know. Dogs, they you know what they're thinking. Cats, you never really know what they're thinking. They could be sitting up on that fridge plotting to kill you.
he's not wrong.
No, he's not. He's not wrong.
Dogs definitely, they're hungry, or they need to go to the bathroom, or he's right.
All right. I got one that's going to make you think a little bit. You ever watch The Simpsons?
Yes.
Which character do you relate with the most?
Which character do I relate? Yeah, that is going to make me think a little bit.
Yep. It just came off the top of my head.
Let's say Dr. Frink.
Nice.
Dr. Frank.
Frink.
Oh, Dr. Frank.
Oh, even.
Very good.
Yes.
I like Dr. Frank. If say you won $10 million and you could do anything with it, what would you do?
I would probably get some land and build a studio ground up. You don't really come across those very frequently anymore.
No.
With like treated rooms built on sand and stuff to really
absorb the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the first thing I would do, and also definitely try and see some of the world.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you mean by sand? Like sand on the? Is that where the best sound comes from?
Yeah. Well, so like for some like soundproofing rooms. The idea is to have it like a room within a room. So like you'll build the room into the foundation, then you'll have like some sand separating it from the ground to dampen the vibrations.
Yeah.
So like if there's like a train going, big truck going, it's not going to rumble in your...
Yeah, it makes sense. Plus, if you had that kind of money, you'd probably buy land like, way outside of trains and planes.
And automobiles.
Yeah.
Just throw that in there.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, shit.
You do post a lot about Autism Awareness Day. Is there a reason you do that?
Yeah, well, I'm neuroatypical, so like I'm kind of in that world.
Yeah.
Perhaps not as affected as a lot of people are, but it really can make a lot of difference, talking about it, learning about it, and that sort of thing, and helping other people to feel a little bit more inclusive.
Yeah, I understand that a lot.
Yeah, you work with autistic
I
kids.
work with autistic children.
Yeah. Thank you for being honest with that.
Yeah. That brings up another question that, have you heard of Gary Newman?
Yes.
Yeah. He's autistic as well. And he is an interesting guy. Yeah, he has autism.
Really?
Yeah.
Cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His stuff is amazing. Like his old stuff, his new stuff, everything that you listen to, it's incredible. And he's been asked, like, have you ever wanted to go back and change, like, say, Cars and do it again? He's like, why would I? Like, it's been done. I've done it. I've moved on.
Yeah, totally.
Is that the way that you kind of have in your head?
Yeah. It's, I'm trying not to, dwell in the past, relive the past. I'm trying to not live in the future. I'm trying to stay right here.
In the now.
Yeah. That's actually a lot of my lyrical content is kind of
nice.
around that.
I like it. Yeah, so that's because I saw some amazing interviews with that man, and I'm a big fan of his. His stuff is so good. It's got there.
A good one.
Nice.
If you could choose between flying and being invisible as a superpower, what would it be?
Flying for the convenience.
Nice.
Wouldn't have to take the bus anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, you'd be doing a lot more than that if you could fly.
Yeah.
You should want to see the world. There you go.
Yeah, you see it real quick.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. I mean, for me, what about you? I think being invisible would be pretty cool too. But
some days I
still got to walk.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes I'd like to be invisible. So there is that.
It's a terrible answer.
No, it's not. Really?
No, it's fine.
Wow. That's hurtful.
What?
You hurt my feelings.
What do you mean? You want to be invisible, and then you chose to be invisible so you can be invisible.
Perfect. Move on.
Are we cutting into your time of chewing gum over there? Jeez. What do you think of garden gnomes? Well, I mean, you like wizards, so I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm into them. I'm into anything that adds a little bit of whimsy to your life.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. I mean, garden gnomes are great. I have a bunch in my garden, man.
So good.
Oh my God. So you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings then?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and The Hobbit and anything in that kind of genre, right?
Yeah. Actually, going back to earlier when I mentioned Blind Guardian, one of their albums is called A Nightfall in Middle-earth.
Right.
And it's based on the Silmarillion, which is the precursor to all that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Really, really good.
I'm writing this stuff down. I'm getting educated as we do podcasts. I love it.
Great.
I'm not spelling it right, but I'm writing it down so I know what I mean.
Do you have anything to ask?
No. I don't have my phone out. I'm not cheating. I just asked about Lord of the Rings, so I asked them something.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Tell me a story about your childhood. Something interesting that happened that really kind of opened, like kind of shined a light on you,
Shined a light.
Well, sort of like, when you saw, say you saw a band, or say you went to a fair, or say something like that, something that was really great for your...
When you had an epiphany.
Yeah, an experience that you enjoyed.
Experience, well, let's say going to Wonderland, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
that
you
would
can say
have
that
been
for
fun.
you.
Yeah.
I spent a summer there.
My sister lives like 10 minutes from there.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we used
Like
to
to
go
go?
there quite often.
My aunt used to dance in one of the
different
shows.
sister.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt used to dance in the show in the castle there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I spent the summer there 1 year.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty interesting.
If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Dinner, eh?
Or lunch.
Breakfast, lunch,
Or
whatever.
Yeah.
whatever.
A meal.
A meal if I could eat. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say probably Freddie Mercury.
Nice.
Get some insight onto his philosophies behind singing and his practices and that sort
Pretty
of thing.
good singer.
Would be
Pretty good.
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say Yngwie Malmsteen for the same reason.
Yeah.
Yngwie.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can ask him if it is actually IKEA is actually Swedish for common sense.
Is it?
I don't know.
And then lastly, let's say Jim Carrey because you need a wild card.
You do, and that
Jim
would
Carrey. He's
that would
been
be a wild
pretty.
card.
He's very outspoken lately.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot lately. Where he's just
Yeah, he's kind of sick of the world the way it is.
fair enough. Who isn't?
Well, there's he's not wrong in the sense that people don't know how to connect anymore. Well, it's part of it for sure, but
It's a
there's
big part of
also,
it.
you can't keep attention for longer than 2 minutes. There's good ways of doing that. Do you do any like meditation or anything like that?
I try do yoga every now and then. Same idea. Trying to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do your like slow stretches and that sort of thing. It's something that I enjoy doing, but I don't think of frequently enough.
Same.
It's not something that comes across my mind as often as it should.
Same. You a movie guy?
I'm more of a TV series guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your favorite TV series right now?
Right now?
What are you binging on?
Well, I just finished the whole Stranger Things thing that everyone's going on about.
Okay. I have not even watched an episode. I know.
Pretty awesome.
It's pretty good.
I've heard. I would watch it just for the soundtrack, apparently.
Yeah, the soundtrack's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I can't believe, actually, there's a song called Running Up That Hill that kind of went bigger than it ever was.
Really? Running Up That Hill. I wonder who did that song.
Say it.
Kate Bush?
That's right. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think she's number 1 right now, eh?
I think so.
Yeah, and it hasn't been, she didn't even get that success when it came out in the 80s.
No, that's funny, right? It was the same thing when the Super Bowl came out and Dre and them came back onto the charts after how many years? With that song.
Oh, yeah.
It's just incredible.
It's funny how, because a lot of, when I grew up, that came out in like 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have been 20,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the people that are growing up now who would have been like, say, 20 years old or 16, they never would have heard that song. And
right.
then all of a sudden now
it's back in, it comes back into the Billboard chart. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And the same thing with REO. They had a song in Ozark, right? And all of a sudden, this song's back, and it's...
Yeah. I think that's it. You watch Ozark?
I haven't. It's on the list of things that I got to check out at some point. But
yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty solid.
I have a long list because my tattoo guy keeps telling me stuff to watch. Every time I go in to see him, he's watching something different. I'm like,
here we go again.
Yep, and add it to the list. Page 17.
Were you born here in Ottawa?
Yeah.
Is you an Ottawa guy?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you what's your favorite part of Ottawa? Like area or things to do or whatever.
I like my spot. Centertown's a good spot.
Yeah.
There's lots to do. It's like not too far to Dow's Lake or Little Italy or the river.
Yeah, it's all a good walking distance, right?
Yeah. Good walking distance.
Yeah, I use that too, but I don't walk very far. I'm lazy. It's true.
I'm all about that Shoelace Express.
Well, I have a vehicle, so I don't have to... Actually, I should have walked here today, but I didn't.
Well, it's pretty hot out.
It is. You're right. So that's probably a good choice that I didn't do that. So you finished watching Stranger Things, so what's up next?
Yep. What's up next? I don't know. One of my go-tos, it's a shame it was canceled very early on. They only have 2 seasons. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. If you haven't seen that, super good. It's based on Douglas Adams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Douglas Adams, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's really, again, like whimsical,
right,
quirky out
right.
there. It's can be a bit much your first go-through.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's a wild ride, but...
something you have to actually sit down and make yourself watch?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to pay attention because there's so much going on that
right.
ties together.
Well, it's the same thing with the movie too, right? Like you're watching, it's just constantly, and you're trying to follow what's going on. And I had to watch the movie a couple of times before I figured out stuff.
Yeah,
and I read the book too. So yeah,
interesting. Pretty interesting about. I always like to ask about your favorite childhood memory. Is there something that sort of kind of stands out for you?
Used to go to Newfoundland a lot to see the extended family. So
What
that's
part?
definitely St. John's.
Okay.
Yeah,
so drive or fly?
Fly.
Okay, because driving would be there'd be a lot more memories than that driving across Ontario and Quebec to get to Newfoundland.
New Brunswick and
Sorry, I was going to say through the Maritimes, but I got cut off by somebody.
My best friend, one of my best friends, lives in Corner Brook,
Newfoundland.
Nice. Yeah, so he always talks about how challenging it is to get to the mainland, right?
Mainland,
yeah. And then when I went there for their wedding, it was like, it was called a mainlander. I said, "You're from Ontario, eh?" I said, "Yeah, but you're not an asshole."
Wow.
but they didn't know me very well.
No,
so.
apparently not.
Yeah.
They sat down and talked to you for a few minutes.
Oh yeah. Well, they did.
Oh,
We had a great time there.
yeah. Did you kiss the cod?
I did. Yeah, I did. I got screeched in. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
It was
Yeah.
a shit
Never,
show.
That's never happened for me. I've been to 2 provinces I haven't been to, and they're on the east and west coast. I haven't been to BC, and I haven't been to Newfoundland.
I recommend it.
Yeah.
I know. I really want to go. I just,
Oh, Newfoundland's a hoot.
I know.
Yeah, they have kitchen
I have
parties
friends.
and all that.
I have friends out there.
Kitchen parties, eh? Those were fun. And you probably have some of those memories.
Oh yeah.
So they basically have all their parties are in a kitchen.
Yep.
Like most people, actually. But
Well, they gravitate. That's usually where the food's all staying. So.
well, they'll pull out a guitar and they'll like sing and dance and like have a real good time. Like we would play music on a stereo, whereas they create music and then start dancing.
They do the live.
You remember those times, as I'm sure?
Yeah, there's actually an instrument that I made called the ugly stick. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's basically like you take a mop handle, put it in a boot, put like a tin can head on it, and then you hit it with a stick. You put like beer bottle caps screwed in, so like it rattles, it thumps. It's a little percussive
I've seen those before.
Yeah.
kind of instrument.
That's cool.
It's again, little quirkiness, but
Weird. Yeah,
I'm
like
all
I
about
love it though. Yeah, you are whimsical and interesting for sure.
And it's fun.
I like that. That's an interesting. What's it called again? The beaten stick?
ugly stick.
Yeah. No, the beating stick was what I got when I was a bad boy and when I was a kid.
Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
Favorite book? Got a lot of them. Let's just say any of the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Now,
Do you like the movies? Sorry, like
Uh,
the Robert Downey Jr. version.
or
yeah, those ones are okay.
or the TV series.
Yeah, the TV series is, again, they all have their own merits. Like Elementary is unique.
That was
in its
actually
own
pretty
ways.
good.
I enjoyed that.
I
one.
watched that one.
The one with Benedict Cumberbatch is pretty good too.
Yeah, that's another good one.
Oh yeah, I forgot he
Yeah,
played him
yeah.
also.
But
Yeah.
Elementary was fun. The one with Lucy Liu and I can't remember his name. But that was actually a good concept. I like that one too.
That was cool.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, we figured you'd be a reader because you're a writer, so it would make sense to. Well, I guess maybe it wouldn't make sense, but I read a lot and I'm not a writer. So
What makes you feel inspired or motivated?
I don't know, just the idea of creating something that didn't exist before, and it's all, existing in the world because of me.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'd say that whole that's what kind of drives me is like I made this.
Yeah. It's very true. I think being creative would definitely inspire you to be motivated to create more, right?
Yeah.
That feeling that you get.
Yeah, it's like a little terrifying, but also really satisfying.
yeah, it's hard when you're throwing out there. You're throwing you
Yeah.
out there, right?
Yeah.
And if you're an introvert,
Yep.
it's hard to say because you're like, okay, this is me, right? This is my music. This is coming from inside of me, and it scares the crap out of you.
Yeah. It's not a light switch. You
No.
gotta take work.
Exactly, and it's work, and you have to do it. You have to go out and try and be a little bit more out with people as opposed to being in your studio doing it by yourself, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a process, and for everybody who's an extrovert out there or an introvert out there, it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. Sorry.
No, I would imagine. I'm the other way. I mean, I get my energy from others, but certainly, yeah. I like to be alone too, though.
Yeah, you can be a
I
little.
think you have to have a bit.
You
of
can
a
be a little
balance.
bit of both, but when you're more of one than the other, then it can be like paralyzing.
Yeah. And especially after that, like little 3-year gap in being able to socialize, it's a whole thing getting back into that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like eye contact and
Yeah.
it can really get, being comfortable with seeing people with masks on and stuff. It's
Just in general, talking to people in a room, like we're doing right now. It's
oh yeah,
smart up. Just stop.
what's that?
What?
No, it's very true. It's very true. What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear? I don't know. I try not to really have fears. They don't really serve you for very much.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess the idea of fear, I suppose.
The idea of fear is your biggest fear.
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
The idea of coming across something that makes me unable to act in our usual way is
Yeah.
kind of terrifying. The unknown, I guess you'd say.
The unknown. See, like I figured a sci-fi guy would like the unknown.
Yeah, you think he would?
When I get there, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like not every like most people are unsure when they're going to something that they're not sure of. You're a little tentative, right? Like you're trying to figure out what the outcome's going to be, but you don't know. So that's a little terrifying.
Yeah, I would agree. Very terrifying.
How big is your inner circle? Like, do you have a large group of people that are like, let's go, Tobin, you can do this? Or is it like...
Yeah, I guess it's a little small. Trying to expand it, especially with my new... like these days I'm doing a lot of AV work, audio for live events and stuff.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of trying to, be a little bit more team kind of oriented and have fun with that and stuff. But
yeah, it's not an easy sledge, right? It's a process.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you got 2 more.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You want to do any audio visual for us? That would be handy too.
Yeah. We'll definitely be behind whatever you're going to do.
When do you think Winter Group River will be released?
I want it out this year, at least started. So my release plan for it is to, as I was saying, do like 1 chapter and 1 song at a time. So it's like a full concept album, but I'm not releasing it that way.
Okay.
Again, going back to the whole attention span and it not really being there in the general population. I feel like 1 song every month or 2 is easier to digest, and then the next song, can be seen as a different thing, and then when it's all together, you can see, oh, look, hey, it all connects. But
cool. Now, do you think when you put out the first song, are people going to be going, oh, okay, so that leaves me wanting? Is it going to be like that, where it's going to be, okay, I've listened to this song, but I'm waiting for something else to come, and that'll be in the next song?
I guess so. So, like as I mentioned, I'm kind of stylistically changing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the first song is kind of embodying that. So it's gonna, start off a little bit more as it was in the EP, and then as the song progresses, change a little bit. So I guess that's kind of like opening the door to you don't know what's gonna come next.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Now,
Yeah.
are you doing this all in your studio at your place? It's all going to be done there, or?
I did a lot of the instruments at Raven Street Studio.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the drums were done in the big live room there, which sounds really good.
Nice. Okay.
Have you worked with Jason Jack Nunes yet?
No.
Do you know who he is?
I believe so.
Yeah, we've had him on. He's just a producer in Ottawa.
Huh.
Yeah, just a random. Yeah, so we're looking forward to Intergroup River, and we can't wait for you to give us a couple T-shirts. And no, we thank you for coming.
It's all about us. We're actually more excited to hear some of the songs from
for
your
sure,
stories.
for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We'll be definitely waiting for, and everybody out there that's listening should be listening to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure to follow the Pug Ugly Mugs. It's a great Instagram follow for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the shirt's cool. And yeah,
That's it. Yeah. Thanks, Tobin. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.
take care.
See you guys.